Hey, how you guys doing? My cat is probably going to panic any second now and run away. But I get asked a lot because my cats meow in the background or purr, or you can hear their bells and stuff in the background because some of them wear a collar with a bell on it. That's Iffy that does that. This one, her name is Kitten Butt. I'll let Kitten Butt go so she can run away. I have two cats, and I get asked in a lot of videos, and then I also get asked emails and phone calls. I mean, people actually call me just to ask me questions about my cats. Or sometimes in a conference during the Q&A, somebody will actually ask me questions about my cats. So I thought I would actually make a video about my cats. I have two. I have an orange and white tabby that only has two teeth, and her name is Iffy Upstairs Musquamaket King. And we added Musquamaket because we were driving in the New England area and we passed a bridge that had the name of a river on it. And it took us a long time to figure out how to pronounce that. And when we finally got the pronunciation, it was Musquamaket. And it was so funny, we were like, we should name our cat that. But she already had the name Iffy Upstairs because, well, she's Iffy Upstairs. So there's Iffy Upstairs, and how we got her. My ex-wife was a manager at Spencer Gifts in the mall, and I was a manager at Sunglass Hut. And she had an employee named Kevin, and Kevin was moving out of his apartment, and Iffy walked in like it was her apartment. And he said she was a little special. So he took her to Katie at the store, and then Katie gave it to me, and I had her at my house, but she would leave the house and just wander everywhere. And it's like she didn't recognize that this was now her house. And we kept looking for the right name to name her. Like this cat isn't exactly a Bob. It's not a Ted. It's not a Dave. It's not Lucy. No matter what name we gave it, nothing was right. However, the cat was really mentally deficient in a lot of ways. It gave examples every day that it wasn't quite right. And eventually, Iffy Upstairs just stuck. So, and my last name is King. So, Iffy Upstairs Musquamaket King. And my other cat you just met, that's Kitten Butt. Now, how we got Kitten Butt. We got Iffy Upstairs around 2007, and at that time she was 3 years old. That's what the vet said. Then Kitten Butt, one of my employees came to me and said, "Would you like another cat?" No, I've got a cat, and my cat's going to probably live to be about 20 years old. So maybe when my cat dies, I'll get another cat. So she told me that this cat looks exactly like the mother. Okay, why do I care? And the mother keeps getting pregnant. She gets pregnant, has an entire litter, then goes out and gets pregnant again, has another litter, goes out and gets pregnant again, has another litter. So the people that owned this cat are really mad at it. Now, why do you keep getting mad? Why don't you just go get the cat fixed? Well, they can't afford that. So instead of getting the cat fixed, they just let it keep getting pregnant. Well, this kitten looks exactly like the mom, and they're mad at the mom. And I don't know how many litters into it this is, but she said they take the kitten. Now remember that she's a week old or less. She's a few days old. And they would take it and slam it into the wall as hard as they could, hoping to kill it. Or they would throw it across the apartment and see, can they make it from one side of the apartment to the other and hit the wall? Well, sometimes they do. Sometimes it hits the ceiling. Sometimes it hits the ceiling fan. I was like, that's no bueno. It was like, okay, how about I'll take the cat when it turns 6 weeks old because I can't pull it away from its mother. And my employee said, if you do that, the cat will be dead. They're out to kill this kitten. So I got kitten butt when she was 7 days old, and we had to feed her with an eyedropper and then with a baby bottle. And she was terrified of everything. She slept in a box under a chair in our kitchen. And we gave Iffy what we called forced lovin's. We loved on her way more than we normally would have because we wanted kitten butt. I mean, when we got her, her eyes weren't even open. We wanted her to see that this is how a cat's supposed to be treated. We loved on Iffy extra so that kitten butt would eventually see that this is how you treat a cat. And eventually, she got so that we would love on her. She would run away from everybody. And people that came over to our house, we had a lot of people, a lot of friends, and they would come over and they would leave her alone, because they knew that she was like damaged goods. And then eventually everybody started loving on her. She was she was love starved, and she wanted to be loved on, but she was scared. And we would give her forced lovin's. We'd just pick her up and love on her till she ran away. And eventually, she's a lovely cat now. But she still has PTSD. She still has moments where she gets scared. And she runs away and she runs under the bed and she hides. And I'm sure she's got no idea, probably no memory of what happened to her when she was a week old. But, I know a lot of people that come over here and a lot of people that love on her. And she was born, I think, in October of 2007. And now she's got a birthday coming up, and she's a beautiful cat. We had her fixed and she plumped right up. She's clearly related to me because she's nice and fat like I am, and she's a beautiful cat. So I just wanted to, because I have so many people ask me about my cats. They've heard my cats purr or meow or, whatever sounds they're making. So I just wanted to let you guys know I still have my cats. Iffy upstairs, Musquamaket King is one of them, and Kitten Butt King is my other one. So thank you very much for tuning into this video. God bless you, and hopefully my next video will not be as silly as this one. Thank you very much.